Shutter Island. This is not the first time we've seen this movie. It's the second time for me, third time for you.
Yeah. 3 times too many when you know the twists, to be honest.
There's a lot of twists, but I feel like that makes it kind of rewatchable, at least for me.
I think twice is perfect.
This was my second time, so I was good.
I swear this was your third.
No, this is my second.
Okay.
This is your third, right?
Too many times, bro.
I mean, should we at least explain what's going on?
We should explain what's going on. That would help the audience in case they haven't seen the movie.
I mean, Shutter Island came out like 10 years ago, so it's not like a classic film, I don't think. I think it's actually quite underrated. But to give like a quick summary, it's about the main character, Teddy, is going to investigate the disappearance of a woman called Rachel Solando from an island, which is also a mental hospital for the criminally insane. He's got a partner, Chuck, probably the best character. However, he's going with the secret motive to try and find his wife's killer. But you don't find that out till later on. And throughout the movie, Teddy the main character Teddy, I think I said that, he gets more and more paranoid about what's going on at this experiment, because there's all sorts of like crazy people there. The guards are booky. The doctor's doing like experiments, he thinks. So throughout the movie, you kind of become more and more paranoid with Teddy as you see like the crazy stuff that they do. I don't want to give away everything. Are we going to give away everything in this one?
Yeah. But we can save the reveal to later in the video.
Okay, so yeah, that's basically the main plot. He's going to look into the disappearance of this woman and also find the person who killed his wife. Now, who killed his wife, Christian?
Don't know, mate.
You don't know?
Teddy Daniels, I think.
No, Andrew Laddis. Andrew Laddis killed his. Yeah. Andrew Laddis is some like guy with like a scar across his face. He's got like 2 mismatched eyes. He's small. He's bald. Perfect guy to have kill your wife, to be honest, because you could easily hate him.
Definitely a Millwall fan. What I really like about this movie is how it tricks us into a full sense of security by aligning with the main character. It's like, oh, how can he be crazy? He's a war hero. Like, all this bullshit it does to us. It's just like, oh, he's a victim. His wife's died. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got reasons to be paranoid. The man's just... man's really going through a lot, bro.
That whole movie, I was supporting him. I was like watching a football game. I was on Teddy's side the entire time. Even during the reveal, I was like, nah, they're lying to him.
Because the doctors, bro. How can I trust these people? Everyone's paranoid in this movie, man. All the doctors are scary. It's the thing, because it's where it's set, right?
Yeah. Because of the whole mental hospital thing, you just don't trust anything. You only trust Teddy because you kind of watch the film from his point of view.
No, every scene he's in, there's not one scene that he doesn't feature in. You know, when even the doctors are all talking, he comes in and is like, oh, who's this patient? Like...
Yeah. Oh, that's... How jokes is that? They're having a whole meeting, and they know he's a patient, and they just have to, like, talk to him like he's a marshal.
Yeah.
It's crazy the lengths they go to do the experiment on him.
They literally let him break into a lighthouse, smash out, knock one of the guards out, blow up a car, just to find out there's nothing in the lighthouse. The doctor lets him blow up his, like, really pen car. Oh, should we tell them the experiment that they're doing on Teddy? Well, yeah, they're tricking Teddy into thinking he's a marshal, so he hopefully finds out that he's the person who actually killed his wife by learning all these cute, like, clues and stuff.
Because in reality, he's actually a patient.
It's a really convoluted plot, though, to try and convince someone that they're the patient by letting them be a police officer, come into an island to solve a crime about a missing patient who actually isn't missing, and she committed the same crime that his wife committed by killing her kids. That they're trying to remind him that his wife killed his kids. So he realises...
Bro, stop hurting my brain.
So he remembers that he killed his wife, who killed his kids, and now he's on the island, and he's not a policeman.
It's a crazy plot, honestly. There's no way doctors these days are letting that happen.
Instead of giving this guy antipsychotics, they're like, no. We're going to get him on a boat, take him to fucking Greece, give him a few Greek salads, bring him back on the boat, so he's like, oh, this is my first time coming to this island. But does he not remember the island that he's been at for like 20 years? So he comes back and is like, oh, you're a marshal, we've lost a patient, Rachel Solange. Like, what is going on?
I mean, the plot itself is mad. There is a lot of like craziness you have to accept for the story to work.
You're not going to get this, Ralph. Just give him clozapine. The best the best antipsychotic. Just give it to him.
Maybe they didn't have that in the 50s. That's probably didn't have that.
It's a bit after. It's a bit after, about 80s, 70s.
1870s. Wow.
No,
So.
no, 80s or 70s. It's around.
Oh
there.
right. Okay. Right.
No, but this.
Yeah,
whole-
it does feel like a very long way to go just for one patient, because literally everyone on the island, like all 500 people, guards, patients, like there's crazy people on this island who have to go along with the experiment for this one guy. Like if I'm mental, if I'm a nutcase, I'll just tell him straight up, bro, you're being experimented on. Like I would just tell him, why am I hiding in this secret?
That one random woman, he's like, "Who's Teddy Daniels?" She's like, I don't know," and then she just writes "run" on a piece of paper.
Oh yeah. She's like, yeah. Have you met the patient Andrew Ladis? Do you know who that is? And she looks at him like, bro, you're Andrew Ladis.
Yeah. Also, you know how they keep saying, "Oh, we found Rachel. You can go home now. Get on the boat."
Yeah.
What's the whole plan? He gets on the boat. And then he comes back again. It's like, okay, mate, you're not a marshal this time. You're a detective.
Another patient's disappeared.
Sherlock Teddy Daniels is needed for the new case.
Yeah, and what if he did do what they said? What was their plan for that? I don't know.
Cilantro Rachel has gone missing. Because there's quite a lot.
I mean, apart from like the weird plot aside, there is a lot to like about this film.
This movie's great. It's just
it is a good movie. Like we are kind of saying the plot sounds dumb, but it is a good movie.
It's like
there's a lot of because you buy in so much to his character, it makes the reveal so good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like the other characters are good. The side characters are like Chuck, his partner, who happens to be a doctor at the asylum. He's
and the
sick.
Hulk.
That entire film, when we watched it the first time, I loved that guy. I was like, yeah, he's his partner. He would when there's that scene where he looks like he died, I was in tears, mate. I was so upset.
Yeah, because man just starts hallucinating a Chuck dead body. He climbs down. He starts hallucinating some random rats. Then he goes into a cave.
The rats thing is weird. Yeah.
Then he goes into a cave and sees Rachel, who was the missing patient that apparently isn't missing, is now a psychologist, and she's been in hiding because of brain experiments.
She has to tell him that he's being drugged, because if he takes pills or if he takes like...
She's like, wait, have you chugged the water? She's like,
yeah, bro, I've been here for 3 days. Of course I tried the water.
She's like, have you been sleeping on the beds they've given you? The pillows have got cocaine in and you're going to die.
Yeah, the thing is, like, when you're watching it, you're like, fuck, I really believe her.
And then she's like, have your hands been shaking? He looks at his hands, they start shaking. That wasn't happening before.
All placebo effect, bro. She's just saying words and he just does it.
She's like, have you met Dr. Sheen? He's been drugging you for years. Bro, she's just jokes. Well, she's actually not jokes because she doesn't exist, but the cave scene's so good.
It's really good. The whole film, honestly, is such a good film. There's not a scene in it I don't like. That's a bit of a lie. The only scenes I don't like in this film are like the flashbacks.
Which one specifically?
The Holocaust ones. They feel like they're like some of them are unnecessary, and then some of the wife flashbacks as well.
I don't mind the one where it showed that he used to kill people in the war, like he killed all those Germans who were defenseless.
Yeah,
because that shows like what his past is. But then there's too many. There is too many flashback kind of scenes.
There were just scenes where he's just looking at barbed wire. It's like I don't need to see that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's trying to remind you that like the place he's at now is also like a prison in the sense, but obviously the audience doesn't get that until hindsight.
No, I get that, but then there's flashbacks to like just dead bodies just like on the floor. And like also, what kind of annoys me about this film is that they only talk about one of his children.
I don't even remember any of them, bro. I just know three of them died.
They only ever show one of his children. Like, but he had 3 kids, but they only ever show one. I'm like, what did he not love his other 2 kids?
I'm not gonna lie. I need to know how the wife killed them, bro.
She drowned them in the lake.
What? So they're having lunch as a family. Well, Teddy's like out, yeah. The mum's like, oh, I've got to one of them. I've got something to show you in the pond. Go drowns her. Comes back. The other 2 like, I've got something to show you. Does she just because like she must drown them one by one?
No, you could do all 3 at the same time. They're kids.
All 3? She's only got 2 hands.
The other one. Yeah, no. But okay, so you drown the first 2, right? The other one's running away. You get out of the water, drag him back, drown him.
No, but I'm just picturing it.
Surely.
So she drowns one, the other one and then she comes back, drowns another one. The third one comes out, sees two of his siblings just dead in the water. Don't go in the water, bro.
I don't know what. Yeah. But it's your mum though. If your mum says, "Oh, do you want to play? And you come in the water with me?" All right, mum, sure.
Also, the fact Teddy's in like Block C for killing his wife, who killed 3 kids. How is he the most dangerous person there?
That to me, that is not an insane crime.
Why is he not just in prison?
Yeah, he should just be. Well, I guess he's not in prison because of his like mental thing, because he like mentally switches.
What do you mean? What, the rats didn't happen? He didn't get on a boat?
Yeah,
None of it's real.
Exactly. I guess
Chuck
that's the
wasn't
only
real.
reason he should be there. Huh?
Chuck's not real. Who's Dr. Sheen?
Yeah, I don't know. He shot his wife. To me, that's not like a terrible crime. To me, that should be maybe 15 years.
Not a terrible crime, killing his wife. Nice, get that
Yeah,
recorded.
he had legitimate reason to kill his wife. She just killed his whole family.
Should have drowned her.
He should have drowned her. Yeah, it'd be good symbolism.
It would, because talking of symbolism, he has a water aversion. Every time water appears, he's like, "Oh, it's not real. It's not real." You know, like when that when he's interviewing that woman, I don't know if you noticed, she picks up a cup.
Yeah.
And when she raises it to drink, there's no water in it because he blocks it out because it's associated with...
No, there's not even a cup. She doesn't even pick up the cup. She just picks up air.
Oh, does she? Oh, then when she puts down, you see the cup.
Just...
Okay. And then fire is representative of his delusions, because every time there's a fire, he's like hallucinating and stuff. Like when he talks to Rachel in the cave, and when he talks to...
When he talks to Rachel in the cave, when he talks to George in Block C.
And when he has a hallucination of his wife's killer. When he lights a cigarette for him, he's like accepting the new reality, even though he's been deluded with this reality for years. But
yeah. Shall we talk about the reveal then?
Yeah,
like properly.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously the reveal, as we've like mentioned, is that Teddy is Andrew. He killed his wife. But like, there's a lot of clues planted throughout the whole film. But like, when the reveal happens, you still don't buy it. Like I was firmly believing that Teddy is Teddy. He's not this like Andrew Ladis guy. But then it's only once the doctor takes you through it, you're like, fuck, he's actually telling the truth. There's a lot of clues in that movie as well. Like Chuck can't use a gun. Like he doesn't know how to like take it out of his holster.
Yeah.
All the patients wave at him.
Yeah.
Everyone looks at him like really strange the whole time. Like no one kind of like. Everyone looks at him like paranoid and worried.
When the guards are searching for Rachel, they're all just like chatting and playing like on the beach.
Yeah. No one's actually searching. They were just sitting down, like having a cup of tea.
When when he's like saying, "Where's Dr. Sheen?" and he's like interviewing all the staff, they're all just laughing at him.
Yeah, because Dr. Sheen's right there next to him.
And when he's interviewing the patients, that in every scene there's a guard behind Teddy and the patient, but there's no guards behind Chuck.
Yeah, to show that he's a doctor and not whereas Teddy isn't.
Yeah. Also,
did you suspect the reveal when it happened?
I had doubts of Teddy's mental health, but I didn't think he was a patient. I started to think he was a patient, but no, I didn't. I would, if someone said, "Oh, would you bet your life on it?" No.
Yeah.
I was doubtful of Teddy when he started seeing rats on like playing by the cave.
Yeah, that was a weird thing because obviously there's not that many rats down there. Yeah.
It's Chuck's name though, Chuckle. Man's creasing at him the whole movie.
I like Chuck, bro. He was backing his boy the whole time.
So like after the reveal, when they're sitting on the steps and Chuck and Teddy are having that conversation, it's like, do you think Teddy knows that he committed these crimes and he just wants to die now?
Yeah. So basically, the quote he says is, "He would rather die a good man than live as a monster." Because the way the film ends is that he kind of comes to the realization that he actually is Andrew Ladis. He did kill his wife, and he's not this like Marshall guy. So the point is that it ends with him getting basically lobotomized because the doctors think that they still think he's having these delusions. But then he says he'd rather die as a good man. So I think.
Go on.
What? No, but I just think that means
it ends up. He's like, "Oh, there's crimes in the lighthouse." Ironically, he gets lobotomized.
That is true. That is where he goes to get his brain taken out. So yeah, I think he's cured by the time that happens because of that final line.
But what does he mean, die a good man?
Because he'd rather die as Teddy Daniels than to live as Andrew Ladis.
How's he dying as a good man? Nothing's changed.
No, because he'd rather he doesn't want to live as the man who's killed his wife. He'd rather die as this fake idea in his head of Teddy Daniels.
I like the quote, but I don't think it's done perfectly.
How would you do it?
What do you mean? Would you rather live as a monster? I mean, you've been living as a monster for the last 10 years, mate. Just because you get lobotomized doesn't make you a good guy.
Yeah, but you're not actually living if you're lobotomized, though. That's the point.
But he's barely living now. He thinks he's a cop.
Yeah, but he's having a great time, mate. Everyone's acting with him. He gets to beat up cops, blow shit up. He's having a fun time.
Oh, mate. Next time he's a professional tennis player who's visited an island to teach the mental health patients. Mid-tennis lesson, Rachel disappears.
But have like have hallucination every like 6 months. Have a trip. Come back as someone new.
Mate, this movie we're talking about how it's a masterpiece, and I'm just laughing at this plot so many times.
The thing is, like, the plot is jokes, but it doesn't really take away from the film.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's a great movie. It feels like we've been criticising it, but for me, this movie's a strong 9.
Strong 9 for you, yeah. And that's a high score.
Yeah.
We are so critical, so a 9 from you is big.
This is big, bro. This and Fight Club.
What makes it okay? So, like, for me, it's an 8.5 because the only thing that lets it down for me is just those unnecessary scenes. I think.
Yeah.
What lets it? What's not? Why is it not a 10 for you?
I mean, yeah, good point. It's a 10.
It's a 10.
No, it's not a 10. But you caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting to have to criticise it.
I'm not sure I've ever heard you say a film is a 10.
No, there's no such thing as a 10.
Are you talking about films?
Yeah, there's no such thing as a 10. Nothing's perfect.
Okay, well then, this is basically as close to perfect as you can get for a film.
You can get 9.5 and stuff. This is a 9.
Okay, so you like it because of the plot,
whole thing's
but you
perfect.
hate the plot.
The setup, the cinematography, the reveal is all good. Some of the scenes with his wife aren't great. Some of the music choices I don't think are amazing. The flashback.
I like the music. I thought the music I thought was quite good.
All the actors are really good.
I think the music set the creepy tone for the film.
Yeah, the fact this movie didn't get nominated for an Oscar is a bit mad.
Do you think it should have?
It's way better than the one he actually won an Oscar for.
Oh, Leonardo, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the actors in this, by the way, were actually really sick. Like Leonardo, Mark Ruffalo,
Hulk,
Ben Kingsley. They were killing it.
Who?
Ben Kingsley, bro. He's the man who played the Doctor.
Oh, I have no idea who that is.
Mike Perry. He's in Iron Man 3.
Oh.
He's Magneto. What the fuck?
Oh, he's bald. I don't know. I actually meant the guy in the wheelchair. Dr. Xavius. No, that's Spider-Man.
Yeah. Dr. Xavius, bro. Professor X.
So, you said 8.5. Yeah. Go watch it, lads.
It is a good film.